Good evening, Andreas. This is Ryan with TrendLizard.com. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for signing up at TrendLizard.com. I hope you like what you're seeing. I know you've only been with us for a week and nothing too exciting has happened yet, but things will certainly change as we progress because this is a very interesting time for the market. Now, you sent me an email. You're a pro-level subscriber, so you sent me an email to analyze VRTX, Vertex Pharmaceuticals, and that is the plan here. It was a very interesting chart. Took a look at it from a number of different angles just to make sense out of it. But I think we have pulled some good information off of this that can be useful. So I'm going to start from the beginning and lay out what I believe to be the most likely Elliott Wave pattern. If we can determine where it is in its ever-progressing Elliott Wave pattern, that tells us a lot. It can tell us where it should head in the future and the key levels to keep an eye on to make sure that it continues to head in that direction. So this guy was incepted back in 1991, had a very nice run to the upside into the 2000 high up to about 100, I believe. From there, underwent a very large cleansing, a very large pullback into the 2004 low. Now, my impression from what we're seeing here, even though it's not a very clear five-wave up move, is that this was the end of a five-wave up move. Now, just because they had an IPO in 1991 doesn't mean it's going to start us at the very beginning of some beautiful five-wave pattern. Generally, what it means is it's dropped somewhere in the pattern and it's up to us to figure it out. But I think we are able to do that. My impression is that it started in the middle of a third wave and gave us a fourth wave, a fifth wave up. And then what happened with this large pullback, it was large enough to basically reset the chart. What I mean by that is if this pullback was just a correction of some smaller upward pattern, it should have found support way up here around 40. This would have been a 61.8% retracement of this upside action here. Since it moved substantially below there, we know that this was a larger degree counter trend pullback that ended in 2004, maybe 2003 was the ultimate low. Whatever the case may be, this was a larger pullback and essentially reset the chart. So really all we have to care about on VRTX is what happens off of this low. Now, the most clear thing about this entire chart is this action to the upside, 2004 up into, I believe, the 2006, late 2006 high. Very nice, trendy five-wave up move, followed by an ABC pullback. Clear, easy. First wave, second wave. That part is not hard. Think things became more interesting off that 2008 low in this pattern here, and I'm going to show you why as we zoom in here. So if we take a look at that advance, this was that clear first and second wave. What we see in the up move off the 2008 low is overlap at inopportune times. If I was to label this just from looking at it, I'd call this basically a leading diagonal first wave, a second wave, and then a third wave. We can't do that if there's overlap between waves 1 and 4 in that move. I guess the point of it all is the way that looks most obvious to me to label it is not correct because there's overlap within the pattern that indicates it's not correct. So now we have to take another effort at it and try to figure out exactly what is going on in this more difficult upside pattern. Huge move, obviously trendy. We just need to figure out how to label it. So here's an effort at that. So we have that first and second wave. We have overlap in this pattern here. Looks like a leading diagonal regardless. So a smaller degree first and second wave. Again, we have overlap here as indicated. This looks like an even smaller leading diagonal series of first and second waves. So basically we have 1, 2, and then kind of nested first and second waves there. We finally get a third and a fourth wave, and then the pullback off of that 2020 to 2021 move here looks like a larger degree fourth wave. So if we take a step back now and kind of put that in the context of the larger pattern, what I'm looking at here is a first, a second wave, and then all of this action would be part of a larger third wave advance, labeled as such a first, a second wave, a third, and a fourth wave. That would mean to me that we're still in this third wave advance. If you look at the size of wave 1 here, lasted a couple years. Wave 3 lasted like 4 years. If we're saying that this is the start of wave 5 within this larger third wave advance, seems like it would last longer than just a few months. So I think that is a bullish thing, and that keeps it pointing higher. So let's go ahead and zoom back in here. This takes a closer look at that pullback off of the 2020 high. Now, we can be absolutely 100% confident that this is a counter trend move for a couple good reasons. One, the pullback looks like an ABC counter trend move as labeled here, but maybe just as importantly, we have this up move here that retraced more than 61.8% of this down leg here and is nearing the high. So even if this looked like a trendy 5-wave move, the deep retracement that we're getting to the upside is bullish because you don't see trendy moves be retraced by that amount. So when we get this action here that's so deeply retraced, we can be confident in calling it a counter trend move. So I guess the point of that is no matter how you want to label it on any longer term time frame, we know the trend is still up because the largest pullback that's happened is proving to be a counter trend move. So now let's go ahead and zoom in on this action off the 2021 low. Actually, we'll just kind of focus in on it from this point of view. What we're seeing here is a very nice up leg here. Looks like a first, a second, a third, a fourth, and a fifth wave. That's a bullish thing. If we're getting 3-wave patterns to the downside and getting trendy 5-wave moves to the upside, that points this guy higher. Now you have this back and forth action over the last couple months. Again, this looks like counter trend movement. So on multiple time frames, we're getting counter trend moves to the downside, trendy price action to the upside. That's a formula for higher prices. As long as VRTX is able to stay above 220, I think you have to be bullish on this guy and expect it to head higher from here in a move that could last a substantial amount of time. Like I showed you, wave 1 of the same pattern lasted a couple years. Wave 3 lasted 4. Generally, wave 5s are similar to wave 1, so maybe it's a couple year move. That would make sense with kind of what we're seeing here, like a first and a second wave. But the future looks bright for this guy as long as it's trading above 220. So here's a closer look at the action off of the 2021 low. It shows you more detail of the advance and why we've labeled it as we have. You can see the pullback to the downside off of April's high. Looks like an ABC move. Now you have this recovery off of May's low, which currently is a 3-wave move. To be determined yet if this is the resumption of the uptrend or if we're going to get a larger second wave pullback. If this is the resumption of the uptrend already, VRTX will stay above 262. If at any point it moves below 262, we're going to know that a larger second wave correction is playing out here. Again, A, B, and C wave, something back towards May's low before it turns higher. Hopefully it can just stay above 262. The more it's able to move above April's high, the more confident we can be that the uptrend has already resumed. But that's the key level to watch. If it does break it again, it should revisit May's low. But the most important level, I know it's not the closest level on the planet, but it is the most important level, so you have to be aware of it, is 220, down at that level. Needs to stay above there to stay bullish overall. The expectation is that it will, just based on what we're talking here with trendy upside action, counter trend downside action. So if you own this guy, I think you're bullish on it on all time frames as long as it's above 262. A move below 262 points you back down to this kind of 230, 232-ish area before price turns back up. And overall, as long as it's above 220, higher prices have to be expected and should be substantially so as we get a larger 5-wave advance to the upside off of that 2021 low. So, Andreas, I hope that's helpful. Again, thanks for joining TrendLizard. If you have any questions about this or anything else with our analysis, please feel free to email me at ryan@trendlizard.com at any time. Have yourself a wonderful weekend. We'll talk to you again very soon. Take care.